Hey folks, what's up? It's Joe. It is monthly Q&A, Patreon update, monthly channel update, Patreon Q&A time. Once again, this is going to be a pretty short one. I'd like to keep it short. So, channel update stuff, things are moving along. I'm feeling pretty good about stuff. The one thing that I would say is fairly noteworthy is that Mike started a new streaming series called Pretty Good Plays. I think he's going to do Mega Man 1 through 6 at least, and I don't know what he's going to do after that, but look out for those. They'll be live streamed on Twitch whenever he does them. It's not a schedule, and then they'll come to the YouTube channel after that. So look forward to that. That's about it in terms of channel update stuff. Let's get right to the Q&A. Oh, actually, sorry, that's not true. I finally got the new camera. So in the July Q&A, I said I was going to shoot on a new camera, and I got the wrong camera. It didn't work out. I have a new camera. This is a Canon Rebel T3i, which is not the most current modern version, but it works really great for my needs. Hopefully you notice an improvement. And yeah, new camera, new lenses, new setup, all that stuff. So let's get to the Q&A. All the questions this month do come from Joel, as they often do. I'd love it if some of you other patrons would ask some questions, but, you know, Joel asked some good questions, so we're going to keep going with it. He's starting with favorite character from the original Street Fighter II roster. Ken. Ken is my favorite Street Fighter character, period. I have a tattoo of Ken right here. Ken is my favorite Street Fighter character, full stop, any iteration, any version, it's Ken. Do you have any games that you would like to cover for 5 reasons but can't since they're on Virtual Console? Not really, because, I mean, sometimes it's been a thing where, like, it's hard to fill the list because the library is pretty slim. I sort of cheated on the PlayStation 1 episode because there was an arcade version, but it was so rare and never released in the US that I didn't feel that bad. But if a game I think is dope is on Virtual Console, and also I'm probably going to start ignoring that soon, because once they're delisted and not available on Virtual Console, then they're not available anymore. And I'll probably make mention of that, possibly, but yeah, if I thought it was that dope and I really want to talk about it, I'd just talk about it on Obscure Old Games. So no. Favorite so bad it's good parts in video games. Any ridiculous glitches, terrible graphics, or laughable voice acting that got a chuckle out of you. Yeah, I mean, there's probably a lot more of them are probably dialogue, or just sort of silliness related than like glitches. Like, I don't think glitches, I mean, some glitches are, well, actually I will say, and I said it in the video all those episodes ago, 50 however many episodes ago, the flying barrel trick in NES Double Dragon, which is a glitch, I think is so silly but also hilarious that I love it. So that would be one of them, because it's just like you put your foot in the wall and you throw the barrel and it like shimmies up the side of this wall. It doesn't make any sense. Voice acting, obviously there's a huge well to go to for Resident Evil and stuff like that. Like Eric and I's, I think Eric Allen, if you watch streams and stuff in Extra Life, like a lot of times Eric and I will reference the "that's not a snake, it's a monster" line, which is not, I feel like, not appropriate. Like, it's overshadowed by Jill Sandwiches and Masters of Unlocking and things like that, but that's a great one. A lot of the quotes, which are not voice acted, but a lot of the quotes from old SNK arcade games, like Terry Bogard saying, "I'm in the pink tonight, boy, wubba wubba," or whatever, like, those are great. But yeah, favorite glitch, flying barrel. Favorite bad dialogue is, you know, probably, you know, in the Resident Evil sphere somewhere. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I reference with my friends that's like super old glitch or bad voice acting. Oh, you know what? One that I have to mention, because definitely still gets referenced by some of my friends and I, is the rants from WCW Nitro for the original PlayStation. Those are gold, and definitely stuff like, you know, Macho Man's like, Watch the flying elbow drop. Not only beat people 1, 2, 3, but I hurt them real bad. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah! Watch the flying elbow drop off the top rope. Not only beat people 1, 2, 3, but I hurt them real bad.
Like, that's great. And some of those other ones are just, you know, DDP's like, hey, monkey boy, all that stuff. Like, those are amazing, amazing. The grudge match things from the which I covered in their own the episode, but the WWF Warzone grudge match, you know, Juice Make Sugar, Ahmed Johnson, all of those to a certain extent are funny. The Ahmed Johnson ones are sort of the most infamous, but they all are silly and enjoyable in their own way. The last one that I will squeeze in here, because I keep thinking of more, my friends and I for a long time referenced the cutscenes in Off-World Interceptor, which was originally a 3DO game, then it came out on the PlayStation, and apparently they shot the FMV sequences and they were sort of supposed to be not funny, but they realized that they were bad, so then they did like a Mystery Science Theater thing where there's 2 silhouettes at the bottom, and then the silhouettes are like, it's Brian Posehn and somebody else, and I can't remember who the other comedian is, but like they weren't famous then at all, and now they're both, I think they're both famous. I want to say it's Brian Posehn and Doug, the Super Jaime guy. I think it's the 2 of them. The last question is one-off games you'd like to see turn into a franchise. I'm usually not super in favor of that. Like, if a game is that good, it maybe should just remain an island unto itself. Also, it's really hard to think of games that don't, if they're successful, they usually become a franchise. So it would either have to be something new or something totally forgotten. That, I mean, there's stuff like Clash at Demon Head maybe could stand, because you know, Super Secret Agent Bang could have 1,000,000 adventures. But I just don't know that, like, would a revival of that now be good? No, I think the simple answer is no. I don't think there are any one-off games that I would like to see become a franchise, just because stuff, even really offbeat stuff that I love, like Ninja Baseball Batman, like, part of the charm is its singularity as this one weird thing, and making more of them dilute that, I guess. So that's it for this month. If you want to ask me a question, $3 on Patreon will give you that privilege, which I will answer in a video like this. Or if you just want to support the show, $1 on Patreon per episode gets you early access to all episodes of Same Name Different Game, Obscure Games, and 5 Reasons, and whatever other produced, sort of edited together projects I decide to do in the future. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next month.